to be a part of the Honor Flight organization has been an unexpected and unbelievable journey for me, going back a number of years. And there are personal reasons, but I'll just share a few with you. Before I do that, the Combat Vets Association is a group that I didn't have any awareness of or association with beforehand, but let me tell you, these guys are fabulous. I talked to Scott, get them around. So, 3 things I'd like to share. I'll do it as quickly as possible. My Naval Academy roommate, a gentleman named Tom Phillips, became a Seawolf pilot, or aviator as he preferred. And he flew in the Delta throughout 1971, 565 combat missions. Through Honor Flight, I've learned who the 2 mechanic door gunners were on his Huey, and I've met one of them, and become a very good friend, and I've met the daughter of the other one, who is a team leader here with Honor Flight. So, talking about small worlds that was earlier mentioned, it's just incredible, and we've become very close with her husband and with her other team leaders. That, to me, is an example of the good that Honor Flight has done. Aside from the emotions that have been shared about our returns from Vietnam, and I appreciate Chuck's comments along those lines, as well as everybody else's, it seems that Honor Flight has been able to transform those hurt feelings that were probably, for the most part, kept to yourself, and expand that into where we're all part of the American community. Took 50 years, took 5 decades, but the organization of Honor Flight has been exemplary in making that happen. So to them, thank you very much.
Well said.
The next story, my platoon officer was a gentleman named Spence Dry. He lost his life on Operation Thunderhead, June 6th of '72. And we were on a mission to rescue the pilots from the Hanoi Hilton. So decades have gone by. That operation was highly classified, wasn't declassified until about 15 years ago. There was some recognition given him at the time at the Naval Academy, in Memorial Hall, and other, the CNO, a classmate of his, gave the presentation. But because of Honor Flight, at the dinner, Saturday night, April 29th, 2024, there were 3 items for each of the 55 UT SEALs that lost their lives, made available to any of the 90 of us that had an association with one of those men. And Spence was there. An American flag, an etching from the Vietnam War Memorial, and a photograph with his earned ribbons visible. And I thought to myself, geez, if I take this, I don't really know how to get it to Spence's family. I knew he had a brother on the East Coast who was in the Foreign Service, but should I do it? Well, I asked the guest of honor that night, Vice Admiral Vet Davids, Superintendent of the Naval Academy, introduced myself, and I asked her, if I can't return these to Robert Dry, would you be interested in having them at the Naval Academy? She said yes. When we deplaned the next day, Rear Admiral Keith Davids greeted us, and I told him the story from the night before, and he gave 2 thumbs up. Long story, and would never have happened without the help, once again, of Honor Flight. Those 3 items were turned into a very presentable display case, including my trident. And it was presented to the husband and wife. Vice Admiral Yvette Davids and Rear Admiral Keith Davids just prior to his ceremony for retiring from the Navy and turning his command at Naval Spec War over to Jamie Sands. The end of that story is that display case went to the Naval Academy. It's mounted on the wall of Vice Admiral Stockdale's library at Farragut House, at the Superintendent's Resident Farragut House at the Naval Academy grounds. So the symbolism here is the Senior SEALs display case is mounted on the wall of the Senior POW's library. For that to have happened required an incredible imagination that I don't have. Yet, with the help of Honor Flight, it happened. So thank you, Honor Flight. And lastly, we've just lost, our community has just lost an incredible man, Rear Admiral Tom Richards, who went on his honor flight last year. And a request was made to me to locate the people that he went through buds with, that he served with, and that were good friends of his, and provide those letters for mail call for Tom. And I did that. It wasn't easy, and I was talking to somebody cycling in the Dolomites in Italy to get an email letter. I was talking to people I'd not met through his buds classes. His were like 5 before mine. All of this came in, and it was all put together. Tom went on the flight, and he shared with me that this was an incredible thing for him to have experienced. He had saved the lives of 4 men on a dike in a rice paddy who had been shot up, including a gentleman that became my SEAL at SEAL Team when I was the ops officer. So we had that. That happened. But as I mentioned, 2 or 3 weeks ago, Tom passed. But I'm just thinking, if it wasn't for Honor Flight, that wouldn't have happened for Tom. That acknowledgement from his closest friends, the man that he saved, his best man, Bud's classmates, team members, he wouldn't have been able to read that. So without Honor Flight, would not have happened. So for all these reasons, I thank Honor Flight, I thank the Combat Vets Association, and I thank all of you for listening to me. Thank you.